Robert Saleh, be careful. Got to tiptoe around the delicate genius, lest you end up on the island. The island is fairly crowded. I've been living on the island for over a decade now. Rodgers' parents, siblings, and I'm not making light of it. It's true. I still haven't finished the Ian O'Connor book, but it's obvious. I think there's a chapter called The Island where people that he's related to or used to be friends with go. If you cross Aaron Rodgers, you have a problem. So Robert Saleh, as of Sunday, Michael, potentially had a problem because those two sound bites we just played, there's a disconnect there between the views on whether the cadence of Aaron Rodgers is a problem.
I wonder if Robert Saleh, gets called into Aaron Rodgers' office after his press conferences. Sit down here, Robert. What did you say?
It's good, and it might be true.
Let me just tell you. Yeah, I've been doing this for a long time, Robert. I've been doing this for a long time, and we're not going to change it, so you need to clean it up. But he really does. You're right. He has to be careful. He has to be careful around Aaron Rodgers because it's clear that Rodgers controls this organization more than Saleh does. He's more secure than Saleh is. And so it just seems like everything they do, everything they say, it's not quite aligned the way Rodgers would want it to be. Going back to the clunky message that Saleh delivered when Rodgers wasn't there. We talked about it, minicamp, it's mandatory. He'll be penalized, but it's not a big deal. We understand it was planned for a long time. It was important to him. I'm not mad about it, but I got to hold him accountable. And Rodgers didn't like the way he handled that either. So I just wonder, where this is going because Rodgers is right. Maybe it's an outlier situation with the false starts. I don't think this was an outlier game. This was Vance Joseph and the Broncos saying, okay, all right, that was nice what you did against the Patriots. They're not very good, but we're better. And we're gonna ask you to do some things that we don't think you can do. Let's see how it looks. And the Jets weren't able to respond to it. I wonder what it's going to look like going forward. When they win, everything is cool, but I think this is going to be challenging for the Jets in the next few weeks, what defenses are going to throw at them.
And it's not sustainable. It can't be MVP one week for Aaron Rodgers, AARP the next week for Aaron Rodgers. That can't work. There's got to be consistency. And so far, there's been a couple of games where he's looked old and they've lost. And in the games, especially the game against the Patriots, it worked. He looked like the recent back-to-back MVP, and it went well. However, after they had their meeting in Aaron Rodgers' office on Sunday, and somebody had to sit there with a dunce cap on in the corner for a while, and Aaron Rodgers maybe pointed out, hey, you're 20-35, I'm 150-77. I think I know what works. Robert Saleh came out yesterday with the mop and bucket and cleaned up aisle 5. Here's what he had to say about cadence on Monday.
Yesterday, I was mentioning operation. We're always going to push the envelope with cadence, always. But with regards to operation, getting in and out of the huddle, getting to the line of scrimmage, the communication that's being had, those are all things that we can continue to look at and clean up. But from a cadence standpoint, that's part of what makes us who we are, and we're going to continue to always push the envelope on that. So cadence is all part of operation, and the finishing line on that statement was operation, and our operation had been good up until yesterday. Obviously, there's things that showed up, and it's something that I think we can definitely get fixed.
This is the problem with having a delicate genius in the building. You have to be very precise with your words, right? You can't say cadence if you mean operation, because if you say cadence, the delicate genius is going to be upset. And you could sense with the tap on the podium, there's kind of that, I should know better because I got a quarterback who listens to everything.
I think he meant exactly what he said the first time. And I think he tried to clean it up, as you said. Clean up on aisle 5. He tried to clean it up and turn it into an exercise on semantics to a group of media people who deal with words all the time and who are listening, who are hanging on each word, and they know, these highly trained professionals, if they hear something, oh, wait a minute. Did he just talk about the cadence? He did. Let me go to Aaron Rodgers. Hey, well, Robert said this. What do you say? They got a story. It's 10-9. You lose at home to the Broncos, and you got a controversy. He meant what he said, and he's trying to turn it around. He should probably, going forward, say, look, that's Nathaniel and Aaron. They'll handle that. I'm sure those guys will figure it out, whatever it is, because he can't say anything. He knows. He can't say anything about Aaron Rodgers that is mildly critical because it will come back to bite him.
And he had the demeanor of a guy who came out and said what he was told while he was in his boss's office on Sunday he was going to say. And he did. At least he knew to do it. All right, from cleanup on aisle 5 to cleanup on aisle 10. Do the Dolphins have a Tyreek Hill problem? And if so, what are they going to do about it? That's next here on PFT Live. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.